Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly. And in the last part, we realized how kind of terrible we are at the little mini game. And I went because I wanted to see. I know that there's 2 points in chapter 2 and chapter 4 when the mini game happens. We're still in the prologue, so I'm guessing that was just a, you know, um, like a test thing. Like, here you go. You get to, you know, just to try it. So that's cool. I mean, I'm guessing that one doesn't necessarily matter. That was more like a trial thing. But oh god, I hope they don't. I hope that's basically as hard as they get, because I'm not that great. But anyway. Struck by our weapons, the monsters give out a death yell as their physical shapes dissipate. Did we beat them? Yeah, looks like it. What a relief. The monsters melt into a kaleidoscope of black butterflies, which were absorbed into the accessories we're wearing. Ah, we've got my hair one. Yeah. They went into my butterfly hairpin. Is it safe to leave it like this? Actually, I'm feeling a little breathless. Oh. You okay? Yes, just a little out of breath. My body feels heavy, not physically, but in some kind of emotional way. The feel of the handgun, the smell of the spent gunpowder, the fear I felt as those monsters bore down on me, their dying screams. The assault on my senses coalesces into an intense fatigue that overtakes my body. I just killed those monsters. Who are you people? What's with the guns? Well? The suspicious inquiry is punctuated by his heavy breathing. How do we explain? I'm at a loss for how to explain. Trying to put it into words is next to impossible. We saved your lives, so maybe you could take it easy with that tone. We could have just left you for dead. Saved us? Yeah, that's what it looked like, but we can't trust a couple of people running around packing that kind of heat. See, he's got a little, like, clip on his scarf there. We got the hairpin. Monoshiro has... Oh, Monshiro, not Monoshiro. Monshiro has his necklace. What does he have? I mean, he's got, like, somewhere along down here, he's got, like, a kaleidoscope thing, but, like, what? He's got, like, a giant thing. And let's see Pure Sky. What does he have? I don't disagree, but we can't trust you either. We shouldn't have gotten involved. There was no benefit in saving you people. The hell you say? Hey, both of you calm down. I try to plant myself between them. When I do, I feel a man's hand on my shoulder. Now, let's all take a deep breath. They saved us, and that's a fact. You'd better thank them, okay? Oh, his is his earring. That's fucking great. You can see it right here. Cute. I love it. Aw, poor guy. You don't even know how to say thank you. Even though this cutie here put her life on the line for you. Thank you. No, it was nothing. I'm glad you're safe. Huh? The instant I breathe a sigh of relief, the outline of the gun vanishes and the entire thing disperses into the air. It disappeared. I open and close my right hand after I repeat this action a few times. After I repeat this action a few times, the man slowly looks up. Look, it's dangerous here. Let's head somewhere else. Ah, you've returned. When we open the door to the hideout, the man runs up to us. We gotta give each other names, for fuck's sake. I can't keep calling him the man. I was so worried. The two of you just ran out there. Are you alright? Did anything unusual happen? Oh. Huh. So you're using this place as your hideout. It looks pretty comfortable, doesn't it? And who are these two? We met them near the entrance. They were being attacked by the monsters, so we... What? And everything turned out okay? You're not hurt? We're fine. We muddled our way through it. I see. That's a relief. We all sit down on the sofa for a moment's rest. Amidst the heavy atmosphere, we exchange searching glances with one another. First of all, may I ask who the two of you are? Yes, is what I'd like to say, but I can't. We're inside some weird-ass house. Don't remember anything other than that. Oh. I was passed out in the same room as him. When I came to, my head was empty. We went out and then we were attacked by those monsters. Just like us. I had a feeling that'd be the case. We three were in the same situation. It's not that weird to hear that there were even more of us. What's this now? That sounds juicy. If there's anything you all know, tell us. Well, we explain everything that's happened. As we do, the two of them look more and more downcast. In other words, somebody's caged us up in this mansion with those strange creatures. And they stole our memories. That's idiotic. How? And why? That's what I'd like to know. All we can say for sure is we're here in this inexplicable situation. And that gun from earlier is another of these inexplicable situations. Right. Everyone falls silent, deep in thought. The more words we exchange, the more I get the sense that we're sinking deeper and deeper into quicksand. Time seems to slow down as if we're bound in heavy chains. Hey, what was that sound? An electronic beep has suddenly pierced the silence. My cell phone's ringing? Mine too. That's right. We didn't ask them about what they were carrying yet. Hey, what are you two packing? I mean, in your pocket. No, you know. Did you have any items on you? Because otherwise it sounds inappropriate. Ha! Spacey gets inappropriate. There you go. Check on the board. The two of them take out their phones and show us the screens. The key to the memory lies in the manor. Which one of them is a little cat plug? That's fucking adorable. I love it. Complete the kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscopes again. As with the other messages, the sender is unknown, and the text is simple, with no further explanation. Locate the kaleidoscope shards. There's only one way to leave the manor. The weapon is in your hands. The key to the memory lies in the manor. Complete the kaleidoscope. What could it all mean? It would appear that we have to complete this kaleidoscope, whatever it may be. Where's his thing? Oh, but look at, oh my god, look at his vest! I just realized he wasn't wearing his, like, cloak anymore. Like, oh my god, look! Ah, his vest is so pretty! Ah, I love it, I love the clothes. Hold it! My message didn't say anything about kaleidoscopes. We don't know if these messages are to each of us individually, for all of us as a group. True, but considering everything that's happened so far, there's not much we can say for certain. In other words, whoever put us here didn't do it to be our friend. And by robbing us of our memories and freedom and holding them for ransom, they hope to make us complete that kaleidoscope. Yeah. How is it possible to steal one's memories? I don't know. Ask Monokuma. He knows. The idea that someone could act so maliciously, it sends a piercing chill up my spine. That's right. If they knowingly locked us into this manor with those monsters, it had to have been done for some wicked purpose. Then it's not all just a prank. You've got to be shitting me. He punches the cushion, leaving an indentation. It quickly returns to its original shape, as if mocking us in our bewilderment. Fuck you, cushion! The mood in here keeps getting worse. Isn't there anything I can do? Listen, could we all just assume that we're in this together for now? Huh? None of us remember anything, and we don't know where we are or what's going on. All that uncertainty makes me want us to stick together. Just knowing we're not alone is a step up from having nothing at all. Let's work together to escape from this mansion. I tremble as I make the suggestion, and everyone in the room stares at me. Was I a little too pushy? See? Okay, girl comes up with smart... That should be a trope. Girl comes up with a genius idea because men are fucking idiots and worries that she's pushy. No, you're being intelligent. They're idiots. Because they're men. They're idiots. I'm in agreement. It's better to have allies one can count on. Just having friends in the same situation is reassuring. That's why you're our first boyfriendo. Yeah, that's right. I was so worried, but his gentle smile is a slight relief. Everything that I've looked at said his is the first path you should go down, so. Droopy eyes it is. The Victor character who's not voiced by Victor. It's really disconcerting to me to just, it's like really weird. Like, I want to give the Victor character the Victor voice, but we can't do that because it's not his personality. He's more the Lupin voice, which is just bizarre. And it really makes me wish that you could hear the voice acting in the beginning, and I just want to go and like compare Victor's voice with the Shin voice, with fucking Isora, with Karasuba. And I just want to do all the comparison and be like, this is fucking crazy because they don't sound anything like the same person. Because Japanese voice actors are fucking amazing. It never sounds the same. The same fucking voice actor could do the voice for all 5 of these characters and it wouldn't sound the same at all and you wouldn't even know. And they'd be like, ha, one person did them all. And it would probably be a woman because, well, they usually do like the kid voices or like the Monokumas. You know, it's weird. No objections here either. It's a little cheeseball to call each other friends, but I doubt we're going to get out of here alone. What about you two? I'm fine with anything so long as we can get out of here. Not like I have any other options. Can I just... He's voiced by Victor. He's got more of the, like, personality to me just in the short little bit of, like, Lupin. But he's doing the Impei thing with just the one fucking sleeve in his guy. What is the deal? Why is that a thing? Like, I just have my jacket on, like, just one sleeve. Or his kimono, or whatever the fuck he's wearing. He's like, I just have one arm in it. Not both, just one. What the fuck, dude? What is the deal? Why is that a thing? I just wear half my shirt. I'm just gonna start going to work with half a jacket on and be like, it's a thing in fucking Otome Gibbs, okay? It's a thing. One sleeve. That's another thing. Oh, it's weird. We look at one another and nod. That simple action is so reassuring. I can feel a sense of calm spreading through each of our hearts. If you say so. Where's our sexy fox boy? Where's Foxy McFoxerson? Anyways, I'm feeling kind of beat. How about we take it easy? We chatter back and forth about random things for a while. Afterward, I hear a languid voice. What time's it right now? I can't tell because the clock is messed up. It's dark outside, though, so I think it's nighttime. Maybe it's still daytime and the fog just blocks out the sunlight. The man with the droopy eyes stands and heads for the mezzanine before turning to look at the rest of us. You may use the guest rooms over there. There are enough of them for all of us. How convenient! There looks like 7 of them, actually, so that's interesting. Huh! So that's what it's like back here. They've got beds, too! Pretty well furnished. You can use the rooms, but you have to sleep on the spikes on the floor. His voice sounds impressed as he looks up and down the private rooms lining the mezzanine. There aren't any windows, so it's not exactly pleasant, but at the very least you shouldn't have any problems getting some rest. Yes, to be honest, I actually prefer rooms like this. I'm glad. After checking out all of the rooms, the first man I met here catches my attention, arms folded as he leans against the wall. Is something wrong? It's a bad idea for all of us to sleep at the same time. I'll stay in the living room as a lookout just to be on the safe side. You'll burn yourself out that way. He's right, though. Somebody probably should stand guard. Yeah, see, whatever he's got going on, this looks like his accessory, whatever the fuck it is, that catches the kaleidoscopes. But what's his? His vest looks like it's got fish scales all over it. Anyway. Then we'll take turns being on watch. That way she'll have nothing to worry about. Thank you. In that case, I'll take lookout duty tomorrow. So, more importantly... Yes? One of the men cuts me off, and I look at him. So are we just gonna call everyone, hey you, forever? Kind of a pain, isn't it? It's true. We don't know who's who. What else can we do? We don't remember our names. If we'll all be living here together, our lives would be much easier if we each had a name. We don't know our real names, so we couldn't use a nickname. How about this, then? The man walks up to one of the doors and takes down the nameplate, which has been suspended by a stake. He drapes it over a finger and shows it to us. Oh my god, the names are on the door. Interesting. Hikage. There are nameplates like this on one on every door. How will we call each other by the names on them? Hmm. So you want me to call you Hikage? In that case, I'll take this room. You can all call me Karasuba from now on. I don't care which one I get. Here, this one. Yamato. Alright, starting now. Oh, ahem. Yamato. Alright, starting now, we'll call you that. Whatever makes you happy. You're a girl, so perhaps this one would be good for you. And I'll take the one next to it. Okay, so you're Kagiha then? Kagiha? Kagiha? It's kind of hard, like it doesn't flow like Kagiha. Then, okay. Indeed. If anything happens, call me. Thank you. Hikage then returns to the living room to keep watch, and everybody else retires to their own rooms. So this is my name from now on. I look at the metal plate hanging on the door to my room. Beniyuri. Beniyuri. Yeah, Beniyuri. Beniyuri. The hinges of the door creak in protest as I open it and enter the room. It is simple and not particularly spacious, though a sliding partition and doors lend it a refined atmosphere. The furniture, inlaid with delicate patterning, is smooth like ivory, and the bedding looks expensive. It all glows beautifully under the lamplight. Oh, there's a white butterfly in here too. Looking up at the ceiling, I see them fluttering silently about, butterflies clad in white light. That's right. The monsters stay away from places with white butterflies, but the black butterflies are a bad omen. How strange. Normal butterflies are attracted to nectar. I wonder if these ones are attracted to something too. Suddenly, the memory of our confrontation with those monsters floods back into my mind. What was with those guns that appeared? And in the end, the monsters turned into black butterflies and were absorbed into my hairpin. I put my hand to my head and unclip the hairpin. As I roll it around on my palm, it catches and reflects the light brilliantly. It's so pretty. I had no idea I was wearing it. Then, if the butterflies are a bad omen, and they were absorbed into this, does that mean it's some kind of protective talisman? I prod it with my finger. It glitters and responds. Patter, patter from afar, I hear the sound of something splashing down. Large droplets of rain must be spattering on the ground. Surrounded by thick walls as though I'm imprisoned, none of this feels real at all. But the chills creeping across my skin say that it is. I'm cold. Is it the rain? Nestled in bed, I draw the blanket up around myself and then rub my hands together. Still, I don't feel any warmer. My body is wrapped in such a chill that I lose feeling in my fingertips. I remember this feeling, as though anything that could be called sensation leaves my body and I become no more than spirit. So were you in like a bus accident and then you ended up in like some kind of cold ass river? Like the bus flew off a bridge and you were in a river and that's what the rain is reminding, and that's why you have no feeling because you died and maybe you're dead. This is oh my god. Oh my god, it's like Bad Apple Wars. We're all dead. And we have to catch the kaleidoscope in order to be reborn. We just don't know we're dead. Did I just spoil the game? Don't tell me. Don't tell me if that's it. Don't tell me. I have no clue. I just know that we have... Basically what we know. We know nothing. There's dudes here. There's paths. There's a common route that we kind of go through first, and then we can go down their routes, and then there's like, you know... whatever. And the romance is kind of secondary to the mystery kind of thing. But... and like we have to play the mini game and the kaleidoscope and the butterflies, but I'm assuming that's it. Aha, we have to figure out the memory of... So I wonder then... So that girl, right? She turned into one of the monsters. But like... No, I'm kind of trying to think through this. So like in Bad Apple Wars, remember, like you disappear, you graduate and you're reborn and you go back to your life. But what happens if this is like, okay, you have to complete the kaleidoscope or whatever to be reborn, to go back and like survive? But what if you give up or, whatever, and that girl, that was her dying and she turns into a monster and then she just like dies. And that's what the monsters are. The monsters are people that have died. I don't know, or evil and you go to hell. I don't know. I'm just trying to work it out, like, because there was a girl and then she turned into, a monster, right? And then Foxface killed her. Anyway, where could I remember this from? I can't recall. My empty memory can't find a foothold in such a hazy, half-remembered thought. I'm falling. See, I'm falling because we were in a bus and we're falling off a cliff into a river. Or a bridge or something. My descent begins once again. And this time, I just might be swallowed up into the abyss. I sink into the abyss of sleep, enveloped in my delusion. Got really bright for a second there. Oh! Okay, chapter 1. Awakening in the Mansion. I'm awakened by the ringing of my cell phone. That felt like such a deep slumber. How long was I asleep? Here's the weird thing. So remember when we're like, oh yeah, we didn't ask them what was on their phone. We all got, our cell phones all rang. We didn't ask them what was on their phone. Then we read what was on their phone. But why were our phones ringing? Nobody, plot hole. I blink and try to focus my blurry vision on the unfamiliar ceiling overhead. Where am I? Feeling unsettled, I get up and look around the room, or like it beeps when it's like, that's nighttime, kids, no more roaming around. Beep, beep, it's time to wake up. Those are our morning and night announcements that Monokuma would do, but he just sends us a text now. Oh, right. I was attacked by monsters in this mansion yesterday, and then all of us gathered in here. One after another, all of yesterday's gloomy happenings come back to me. Of course I don't recognize the ceiling, or the walls, or the floor. I have no memory. From the side table, the cell phone's notification light blinks, trying to catch my attention. My heart feels heavy as I pick up the phone and press the power button. The kaleidoscope is in the manor. Unknown sender again. As the text dances across the screen, I let out a heavy sigh. If only this leaden feeling in my heart had left along with it. None of this is a dream. Sorry, didn't realize she was gonna not keep talking. I comb my hair and get dressed and then head downstairs. Right when I step onto the living room carpet, everyone turns their heads in my direction. Hey, Beniyuri, over here! One of the men is sitting on the sofa. He flashes a pleasant smile at me and waves me over. Oh, right. I'm going by Beniyuri now. Morning! Man, I was waiting for so long! I felt like I was gonna bite it. Good morning. Your name was Karasuba, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's my name. For now, at least. But hey, you don't have to be so formal, you know. Excuse me? Well, none of us seem that far apart in age, so there's no reason to be overly polite, right? He's right. It's odd to be so proper with all of them. All right, then. Nice to meet you again, Karasuba. For sure. He makes space on the sofa and taps the seat beside his own. Yeah, he's the flirty one. I like him a little. I like him a lot. Okay. Don't just stand around. Come on over. Oops. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I hit the bump by accident. You can sit on my lap if you want. No, I'll just sit next to you, thanks. Aw, you're not fun. I take a seat right on the edge of the sofa, pretending not to notice Karasuba's disappointment. He's the flirty one. I love it. I'm the last one here. Everybody's already seated in a circle. Did I totally oversleep? Were you all talking about something important? Nah, not really. I was just feeling suffocated by all the man action around here. Couldn't wait for you to show up. Man, it really does feel way different with a girl here. You're totally my type, too. Thank you? I love the little man whore. I smile vaguely and then hear someone else's voice. Did you sleep well last night, Beniyuri? I did, thanks. The clock is wrong, though, so I'm not really sure how long it was. Is it morning already? Hmm. There's no indication of it, but it seems as though about 6 to 7 hours have passed since we all parted ways for the evening. 6 to 7 hours. That reminds me, Kaguya was on lookout, wasn't he? And so was... I steal a quick glance over at Hokage and he scoffs. You're pretty fearless, being able to sleep in these circumstances. I figured a girl would have been more delicate. Glad you're not. I'm as surprised as you are. Maybe I felt reassured because two of you stayed up on watch. Thanks again for doing that. Not that quick with sarcasm, huh? Oh, come on! Despite the way he talks, I guess he does care about other people. I look around and spot Yamato sitting with one knee drawn up and his chin resting on his hand, a bored expression splashed across his face. It's like the Ice Prince. Like, why is he like all in like fur and shit? Like, did you sleep well, Yamato? It sure was cold yesterday, wasn't it? Seems like it was raining too. Ugh, he won't talk to me. Wow, ignoring a girl. That's cold, Yamato. Must have been pretty unpopular with the ladies before you lost your memory. Shh! All of you are pissing me off. Slap some tape on your damn mouths and shut up. Aw, I guess you really did want them to like you. Positively adorable. You're just asking to die, aren't you? Come on now, both of you, calm down. Kaguya steps up to restrain Yamato as he grabs at Karasuba. Yamato, how about you take a deep breath? And Karasuba, stop antagonizing him. Somewhat calmed by Kaguya. It's going to be so hard for me to say his name. It just doesn't flow right. You know what I mean? Anyway, the two of them return to their seats, still shooting glares at one another. It doesn't flow right. Kaguya. I know it's Kaguya, but it doesn't flow right to me. It's hard to say. I don't know why. What an irritating bunch. I'm amazed they could get into a fight so soon after meeting each other. It almost makes them seem like they're good friends. In any case, it's nice to have some allies. All of us head into the storage room adjoining the kitchen. A basket full of food has been left in the room, so we start to sort through its contents. Water, seasoning, flour, jerk meat, cheese. There's a bunch of stuff in here, yeah, but are we sure none of it's poisoned? I ate some of it before you all arrived, and I seem to be fine. I see, meaning we don't need to worry about food. I'm surprised that the place seems stocked for a long-term stay, but also relieved that we won't have to worry about going hungry for now. Hey, where's Usagi? He was next to me just a second ago, but now he's gone. Maybe he's sleeping. We look around. I also like the fact that it looks like he's got lace coming out from behind his cuffs and his, you can kind of see it, like, here, but, like, it's really, like, over here. Like, he's got lacy cuffs to his, like, shirt. I dig it! Looking around, I spot him halfway up the mezzanine. With soft steps, I make my way up to him. You've got a big wrinkle between your eyes. Are you thinking about something? I crouch in front of him as I ask, and he looks back at me in silence before responding. I was thinking about that kaleidoscope thing, and about those monsters, and that handgun that came out of nowhere. I see. I was just relieved that we'd found some friends, but I guess none of our problems are actually solved. And there you go. Yes, the gun just magically appeared in your hand. Everything's magic. Oh my god, they're so fucking dead. They're in some kind of weird purgatory thing. Spoiled it! I don't know. Don't tell me if that's the case. Nobody leave that in the comments if you've played this game or you've seen this game. Don't do anything because other people might read the comments, so don't spoil anything. Look, if I totally just spoiled it, it's okay. We're all on this journey together to be like, oh! But don't even leave anything that's remotely spoilery. Like, well, I mean, you're kind of sort of on the right track, or well, I can't tell you that, but you know, like, just don't even. Just don't. Because other people might read it, and I don't want to ruin it for other people. Look, I'm going to ruin it for people, but don't help me ruin it for other people, okay? Anyway. Yeah. So many weird things have happened since we woke up. but it all still feels like some kind of dream. Oh, that reminds me. Did you get a message earlier, too? One that said the kaleidoscope is in the manor? Yeah, we all got it. Whoever sent it must really think that this thing is important. Yeah, I get the same feeling. Suddenly, Hikage's eyes widen. He stands and walks across the room, grabbing the arm of someone standing at the door, trying to turn the handle. Hey, what do you think you're doing, Yamato? Trying to go outside? Yeah, that's the idea. Don't just run off on your own. Hikage's voice is full of anger. Yamato shakes Hikage off and then fixes him with a hard glare, a sharp glint in his eyes. You guys can blab on about the kaleidoscope or whatever you want after we get out of here. Unlike you, I'm not interested in any of this crap. If we can't escape through the main hall or the windows, I'm just gonna find another way out. Another way out? But it's dangerous. It's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. It's dangerous to go out into the mansion by yourself. I mean, I did the same thing yesterday, so I can't really talk, but still. Boy is doing something stupid this time. We're gonna need to go rescue you. Oh my god, yay! I want it to be like he goes and does something like, it's okay, I saved your ass. Because I know how this shit works. No, wait, I don't want to have to shoot the butterflies because I'm bad at that. I run up to him and grab the edge of his jacket. Don't touch me. I cling to him as if my life depends on it, and then I hear him give a resigned sigh. Fine, whatever. It's like I can't say no to a pretty girl. I've got to get back fast. Just got a feeling. Why? Wouldn't be so worried about it if I knew, but I can't waste time screwing around here. He falls silent, a brooding expression darkening his face. It's going to be so hard to do his voice through the whole game because it's like kind of rough, but anyway. I stand there unable to find the right words. Kaguya and Karasuba must have heard the commotion, though, because they come walking out of the storage room. Yamato, why are you in such a rush? Is there something you actually remember? Maybe it is a girl. I guess I should take back what I said about you being terrible with girls then. Maybe it is a girl. It's me. Oh my god, because they're all in love with me. And then whichever path we pick, that's who we end up on the bus in the middle of the river. We were on a bus. There was something on a bus when the argument happened. I'm just making the assumption here. And then the water, if that's what happens, I'm just going to be like, are you fucking serious? Yamato neither agrees nor denies it, keeping his lips tightly pursed. Even if he can't recall it fully, Yamato has some remnant of his memories, something he can't totally forget. Well, in any case, we're gonna have to investigate this mansion. Huh? Really? Yeah, the lace cuffs on your sleeves are just ridiculous. Your vest is like the best, and then you've got lace cuffs on your sleeve. I'm digging it. I'm opposed to just throwing ourselves out there without thinking, but staying here isn't gonna help either. Or rather, if we don't do what the person sending those messages wants, they might get sick of waiting and try different ways to prod us along. And what might that different method be? Simplest thing I can think of is to take away this base. No way! I'm at a loss for words, but Hikage continues to speak. Just think about it. The person who sent those messages is the one that brought us here. Even if they can't locate the kaleidoscope thing themselves, I'm sure they still know everything about this manor. They'll definitely try to shake things up if we sit around. He's played way too many Danganronpa games. That's all I'm saying. Like, you played way too many Danganronpa games. Fuck. Yeah. Anyways, we're better off taking action before they do something unexpected. Whatever the case, the sender holds the key to all of this. We can't just ignore the directions. In other words, you're saying you're in agreement with Yamato. Guess so. Although I don't want to be lumped in with the same idiot who tried to dive out of there head first without thinking. Yeah, whatever. Hikage finishes explaining his theory and looks to the others as if asking for their opinions. What do you all think we should do? Exploring the manor? That'd be scary with all those monsters prowling around. We gotta go in pairs. Yeah. I believe it would be best to expand our sphere of activities. And there's even a chance we might come across more people. Yeah, it's possible we aren't the only ones here. How about you, Karasuba? I don't care either way. Sure would be boring to just stay here and do nothing, though. So, yes, I agree. We should get out of here. Or we should get out there. Beniyuri, what do you think? The fear of walking through this dangerous place versus the fear of losing our sanctuary. I weigh the two in my mind. The idea of opening that door and walking into a place overrun with those monsters is incredibly frightening. If it were possible, I'd want to stay. Just remembering the chill in the air out there makes my knees start to tremble. But if this place were taken away from us, if we were to lose it, I'd rather go look for the kaleidoscope, whatever it is. I want to find it and get out of this house. And we're decided. All of us now in agreement, Hikage goes into the kitchen and returns with several knives. The sharpened blades glint in the light, and my breath catches in my throat. They're for self-defense. Now that those guns have disappeared, we're better off carrying something. Do you think it's possible to make them appear again? Did you try? No, not yet. I'll try it right now. I form a mental picture of the gun, the way I did yesterday. I held out both of my hands and think as hard as I can, but nothing seems to happen. Maybe it only works when you're in dire straits. I couldn't either. That's why we ought to think about defense a little more pragmatically. These are all I could find in here that would do us any good as weapons. Yeah, you're right. It's better for us to have something. What the heck was the story with those guns? You're so dead. Weapons or not, we shouldn't act on our own. We should go in teams. And how about we split into 2 groups and check the left and right sides of the main entrance? I'll take the left. I suppose I'll go right then. And you, Beniyuri? Left or right? I don't really mind either way. I look at the two who already made their choices. Yamato glares at me as if to say I'd only slow him down. Can I go with you, Kagiha? I'll do my best not to slow you down. Of course. With any luck, we'll find some clues that help us escape this place. I don't think we have any choices in chapter. I was like, if they give us a choice, we're going with Kagiha. Because he's supposed to be our first boyfriend now, and I'm just like, Yamato scares me a little. I like him a little bit, but he's kind of scary. He's probably gonna be the marshmallow. He's like the icicle, the icicle mallow. He's like so frosty on that. I mean, literally, he's got frost look at him. He's covered in fur. He like came from the polar north. I know it's weird. I'm still curious as to where his butterfly artifact is. Kagiha, where are you hiding it? Ooh. Anyway. Hey, uncool, Kagiha. I wanted to be with Beniyuri too. You what? I'm going right too. I don't want to go with Yamato anyway. Feelings mutual, pal. So, it looks as though Karasuba is heading right. Are you all right with that, Hikage? The teams have decided themselves. Kaguya turns his gaze on Hikage. I'll be going with Yamato then. I don't mind. Just make sure you don't do anything reckless. Got it? Uh-huh. And once again, we head out into the gloom of the manor. Like, we don't get a choice. Scary noises. The moment I step into the hallway, a cold chill runs up my spine, making me shiver. Why? Is this door a fucking mini door? And then there's like a cat door? Like, this is a normal door. This is kind of a normal door. What the fuck is this Alice in Wonderland door? And this one too. What is that? That could be like a vent or something, but what the fuck is the mini door? Anyway. The temperature out here is the same as our hideout. But whether it's my instincts or some kind of sixth sense, something tells me that danger lurks beyond the hallway. We keep our guard up as we start to make our way around the manor, surprised by how unexpectedly huge it is. I think it's really funny that our first boyfriend and our last boyfriend, like, that's always set. It's just the way every single route order has suggested. And it's funny that we're with them and then the middle boys are like floating around. Of course, we don't know where Foxy is, but we walk and walk down the long carpeted hallway, the end never in sight. Wooden doors line our way, but all of them are locked up tight. For what seems like no apparent reason, their shapes are warped and irregular, which sets me on edge. Yeah, okay, so it's not just me, it's the mini fucking door. Look, even this one! This is really tiny down here too. What the fuck? What is with these weird ass fucking doors? And I'm gonna guess that it's not just like the, perspective, that this is just a really narrow ass door. A labyrinth shut off from the outside world. This is the image that forms in my mind after walking the manor for some time. Karasuba, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. But this window just will not break. I thought I could smash through it, but it's no good. I told you so, didn't I? I tried as well, but no matter how hard I hit it, I couldn't even leave a scratch. Not even a tiny one. Karasuba returns the sculpture he'd been using to bash the window. He then draws his face close to the glass. In any case, it seems as though escaping via the window will be a challenge, so why don't we employ more conventional means? Looks like we don't have any other choice. I should have tried to go all Yamato on it. I look at Karasuba as he furtively wanders off, looking crestfallen. I guess it's not going to be that easy. A part of me had felt reassured by the presence of the windows. I figured we might be able to escape by breaking one of them. With a small sigh, I take a hold of the handle on a nearby door. I try to turn it, but the only response is an unpleasant metallic noise. That one won't open either. No, it's locked too. I was hoping there'd be an unlocked one somewhere around here. I proceed to the next door and test the handle in the same way. No luck here either, huh? Oh, no luck here either. Huh. Hey! This door, Excellent, Beniuri! You found one that opens! Because I'm fucking magical! I'm a magical unicorn. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, finally! But do you guys think it's okay to open it? I mean, I ask with the utmost caution, but at the same moment, Kaguya slips by me and in front of the door. I'll open it. Stand back if you would. Kaguya. He grips the handle and signals to me with his eyes. Slowly, he pulls the door open. Is this some kind of storage? That is the prettiest I've seen him look. Like, I don't know what it is about that. Like, he looks affronted, but it's like, I don't know why. I just enjoy that sprite of him all of a sudden. Like, more than the other ones. Like, I'm so offended. I just, like, glanced up, like, reading, and I was, like, looking at the bat, and I was like, damn, he's, like, really pretty there. Anyway. I peer into the room from behind Kaguya. I can't say his name. It's going to be different. I can't. I don't. It doesn't flow off the tongue naturally. I don't know. It's like, unlike our living space, the assortment of objects in this room are a disordered mess. Look at fucking Peacock. It's like an I Spy game. I Spy Peacock. And this looks like a fucking, like, hamster over here. Like, doesn't it? I don't know what it is, but doesn't it look like that's like an eye and this looks like a face, but it's not. It's not. It's just it's the seat of the chair, maybe? Well, this is a chair, but, oh, this is, because that looks like a leg, so it looks like a bench seat or something. Or like a little, like a ottoman or like a little stool, but it also just looks like a hamster face to me. There's a witch hat on this fucking lamp. The fuck is this shit? In a cage. I'm having fun, like, the hidden objects. How do you, like... No, that's that. How do we... Oh, there we go. I was like, how do you do that so we can, like, look around? Oh, a telephone! Quick, call out! I love it. It's great. Anyway. I'm like, okay, whatever. A chest with a broken handle, tables of varying shapes, a cracked candlestick, an old sofa, mysterious works of art from all over the world, both new and old. All of it looks expensive, but having everything just tossed together in one place is odd, and it leaves an eerie atmosphere floating about the room. There doesn't appear to be any monsters in here. No, I don't like it though. The atmosphere makes me want to leave as fast as we can. He does that. This sprite of him is like really fucking pretty. It's like mysterious and sexy. I like it. I don't know. Cautiously, I enter the room behind Kaguya. Kaguya. Can't say his name. Hey, where's Karasuba? I don't sense him behind me, so I turn around reflexively. When I do, I see him standing at the door, smiling. What's wrong, Karasuba? Are you not coming in? We have to be careful, so I'll stand here and keep a lookout. I'm not very detail-oriented, so how about the two of you give the room a once-over? I'll be rooting for you. I guess, but you're going to root for us? Hooray! Hurrah! Go, Beniyuri! You can do it, Kaguya! You're the man! Whoa, he's actually cheering. He must really hate doing this kind of stuff. Let's start by looking in all of the drawers and those stacked boxes. I'll take the boxes then. One by one, I pull down the variously sized boxes stacked in the corner of the room and open them carefully. Inside, I find old coats, belts, and other garments. A few of them contain toys for small children. But, none of this seems like it'd be of any use in helping us get out of here. I was hoping we'd find keys or some kind of floor plan. I always keep my keys and floor plans in a random box in a junk room. Disappointed, I continue searching through the contents of each box. About an hour passes. Check the one with the butterflies on it. Hey, what's this? I open the last box, which is emblazoned with a butterfly pattern. Whoa! It's like, I swear to God, I have not played this game before. I swear. Maybe in another, oh my, maybe I have. Like, there's just a box with butterflies. Like, why don't you check that one? Because that would be the one that I would go for. Although, if you look at it, the drawer pulls are all butterflies. It's fucking hilarious. I open the last box, which is emblazoned with a butterfly pattern. Inside is a ceramic box wrapped in a delicate silk crepe. In the dim light of the room, it emits an eerie glow, which makes me feel as though it's something different. Something special, stored as it is. What is it? Did you find something unusual? Seriously? You dug up some treasure at last. The two of them walk over quickly, and I hold the box out to them in my hands. I don't know if it's a treasure or not, but everything else was just stuffed into boxes. This thing was stored and protected well. It's true. It does indeed feel rather special. Oh, that's... Kaguya, I read that in Karasuba's more voice. Anyway, it's true. It does indeed feel rather special. You didn't open it yet. Come on. Let's pop the lid off of it. Okay. With Karasuba's encouragement, I remove the cover. That's his job. He's there to encourage you. Look, he's even got yellow eyes. And he's got green eyes. It's like they're so fucking color coordinated. It's ridiculous. Why are they color coordinated like the fucking rainbow? Isn't that weird? It's just design choice, but like his hair even has like, I mean, because it's like a sandy kind of color, but it almost has like green highlights in it that are just there, not supposed to be green. But you know what I mean? Like they colored it purposely in green to blend him with himself, which is weird. And wow, it's beautiful. Inside the box is an object that looks like a round decorative plate. The surface has a pattern that looks as though it was wrought from mother of pearl that's utterly captivating. What could this be? It looks like a plate or some kind of cap or even a coaster, but not the treasure we're looking for, though. Guess we could earn a little cash hawking it, yeah? However, our priority is getting out of this manor. This is so strange. The mansion is full of beautiful things, but somehow this one feels special. It's like I'm being sucked in when I look at it. What's this feeling? Who's there? Eek! Without warning, Karasuba shouts in the direction of the entrance. Sorry, bugger. I scare the crap out of my bird when I scream. Who was that? I didn't recognize that voice. For a few moments, the room is silent. As I cautiously survey the situation, a girl comes into view from behind the door. Usagi? There she is. I'm sorry if I surprised you. I wanted you to listen to what I have to say. Girl, she looks like she's about 10 years old. And she's wearing a rabbit mask. Maybe she knows the person in the fox mask. She moves towards us, seeming to shrink with each tremulous step.
That thing! It's the cap of the kaleidoscope you're looking for. If you combine it with the tube, the kaleidoscope vessel will be complete.
The kaleidoscope? How is it that you know that?
Oh,
It's creepy because her eyes aren't eyes.
The master of the manor commanded me to help the people who opened that box. I've been waiting here for your arrival.
Looking anxious, she clasps her hands together as she explains. Okay. The mask makes it impossible for me to see her facial expressions, but I can tell from the faltering way she talks that she isn't our enemy. You mentioned a master. Is he the one who locked us up in here?
I'm sorry, I can't say.
And who are you? It's a little rude of you to not introduce yourself, don't you think?
Oh, I'm not important enough for that.
Her faint voice gradually grows even softer as her small shoulders tremble. Stop, Karasuba. Don't scare her like that. Turn. Aw, come on. Hey, since you can't say your real name, what should we call you? How about Usagi? That means rabbit.
Oh, sure, that's fine. Please call me Usagi.
Okay then, Usagi. Can you tell us what you know about the master and the kaleidoscope?
I'll tell you what I can, but I'll get yelled at if I say too much.
After prefacing with that statement, Usagi continues her explanation.
The master's goal is the completion of the kaleidoscope. In order to do that, the cap, the tube, and shards must be combined.
What do you mean, shards?
The kaleidoscope shards are pieces of glass that give off a mysterious light. They hold a special power, but for some reason, they've been scattered all over the manor. And what's more, they've fallen into the clutches of the monsters. It's like they're somehow drawn to the power of the shards.
So the monsters have the kaleidoscope shards. Hold on, Usagi. I got a message on my phone that said locate the kaleidoscope shards.
Basically, you have to take the shards back from the monsters.
Great.
Of course, they're not foes you can reason with, so you'll have to do it by force.
What? By force? You're telling us to risk our lives fighting those things?
Well...
Trying to find the right words, she continues to speak, stopping and starting abruptly.
Your weapon is the power of thought. In other words, you can create one if you think really hard. If you use that power, it should be enough to fight them. I don't really know the details that well either, but other than that, if you just follow the instructions on your phones...
Use the power of thought to fight the monsters? I try to break down her words in my head, but they're so at odds with reality that I can't seem to really comprehend them. Okay, so it's totally weird. So she's got, like, this is her blonde hair, right? Her little blonde hair. She's got her rabbit ears on a mask, but then she also has these fluffy ear things. Like, she's got, like, so many fucking... And then she's got these little, like, this is like a bow or something weird in the back of her head. Oh, it's like a butterfly. Looks like a butterfly. Oh my god, strange. The others look like they're in the same boat, staring at her with their brows furrowed and pensive expressions. There's so many things I want to ask, but I don't even know where to start.
Oh, isn't that timer ready?
Pardon?
Listen to the rain. It'll be night soon. It rains.
It rains during the night here?
Yes, that's the kind of place this is.
Usagi hops. She fucking even hops, and puts her hand on the door handle.
The monsters become active at night too, so you should return soon as well. I'd recommend you only walk around the halls during the daytime.
Usagi, where are you going? I've more I want to talk to you about.
I'm sorry, I have to go now. Please collect the shards.
She bows politely and then disappears through the door. Usagi! I run out into the hallway, chasing after her tiny figure. But she's gone? I look down the long hallway to my left and to my right, but she's nowhere to be found. Rain begins to fall, steadily growing in intensity until it pounds violently on the windows. Caught up in the somber mood, the air turns cold on my skin, and I feel as though the area grows somehow darker. It's now nighttime. The moment I realize it, I hear a howl in the distance. If what she said is true, we'll have to confront those monsters once again. All of us will be fighting for our lives. Suddenly, I feel fear. Not of those monsters, but of myself. With all of these strange things happening, I'm getting a little too used to being afraid. I know our lives will be on the line before long, but the reality of it feels like a far-off dream. With a deliberate, exaggerated sigh, I hug my shoulders just to confirm that I'm still here. This really isn't a dream, is it? I see. A girl calling herself Usagi, huh? Point is, she's one of the Master's goons. The three of us have returned to the hideout to tell the others about what happened. Among other things, we discussed how we met Usagi, the fact that the monsters have the kaleidoscope shards, and what the master of the manor's goal is. As we explain the thread of our twisted up thoughts, as we explain, the thread of our twisted up thoughts seems to unravel, and we come to understand our situation. But even if we found the cap, we still need the tube, yeah? And on top of that, we've got to gather up all of the shards. It's going to take a lot of work. The cap sits on the table, glimmering with beauty like a piece of art. Considering that the cap was in a storage room, maybe the tube is hidden in one of the manor's rooms too. Actually, I think we might have already found the tube. What? Hikage removes a cylindrical container and some sort of stand from a box and places them on the table. It's so pretty. The decoration is similar to the lid as well. Where did you find that box? On a shelf in the living room. We looked around the left wing of the manor, but with those things creeping around, we couldn't really explore all that much. So we cut it short and just looked around this room instead. And then you found this! I stare at it and notice a groove perfectly sized to fit the cap. How about you try putting it together? Okay, here goes. I wait for everyone's confirmation and then place the tube on the stand. Next, I fit the cap onto the base. And it's a perfect fit. The tube and cap fit together, giving the instrument a finished look. Wow, so this is the kaleidoscope. It's nothing like I expected. Seeing it assemble before my eyes has me so captivated that I forget to breathe. Set into the secure base with all of its parts together, the cylindrical tube looks even more like an antique. It must be really old, but it has a luster that says it could have been made far more recently. So this is the master of the manor's treasure. It looks so steampunk. And according to Usagi, the shards are supposed to go inside this kaleidoscope. What are those shards supposed to be anyway? Should I give you any hints? She only said that they're glass shards that emit a mysterious light. Glass shards. Suddenly remembering something, I put my hand into my skirt pocket. What is that? When the person in the fox mask killed a monster, this fell on the ground. Do you think it could be one of the kaleidoscope shards? Light shines on the glass shard pinched between my fingers and bounces off of it brilliantly. Try putting it in there. Right, but where? And how? When I touched the container to search for a place to put it, both the shard and cap begin to radiate the same hue. Ooh. Maybe it goes here then. Still in doubt, I place the shard on top of the cap. The surface of it glitters like starlight on water as it swallows the shard. Whoa! What's going on? Huh? Pretty mysterious. In the next moment, the eye hole of the kaleidoscope begins overflowing with dazzling light. Woo! And it's butterflies. It shines straight out onto the wall, projecting itself into a geometric pattern. Maybe instead of being used to look into, this kaleidoscope is meant to be used like a projector. The beaming light projects a mandala-like pattern that takes up the entire wall. Gazing into it makes me feel as though it'll draw me into another world. Before long, the light dims and the fantastical world that had abruptly appeared before us meets its demise. Oh, my mind feels blank as if my soul has been snatched away. I'm pulled back to my senses by all of our cell phones ringing at once. Who the hell? Pfft, stupid even ask. Likely the master, I would think. The master. This timing doesn't feel like a coincidence. Coincidences? Not a coincidence, doesn't count. He makes me feel like we're being observed. Trying to suppress the eerie feeling in my heart, I open the phone's messaging app. The message reads, a reward. Huh? A reward? What does that mean? Guess those faces mean we all got the same message. But wait, this message... It has an attachment. An attachment? Oh, he's right. I slide the screen down, and at the very bottom, a picture is displayed. Is this a family photo? It looks like it was taken somewhere near a house's front door. Uh-huh. That's like a dad and a mom and a kid, but I'm going to guess it's probably... Maybe that's Usagi. Because it's probably not us. Because I don't think we're blonde. It looks like it was taken somewhere near... Okay, I already read that. The tiled garden has seasonal flowers blooming in its pots placed throughout it. In the center is what appeared to be a family of 3 people. A father, 2 sisters, and a pet dog. Or so it appears. Oh, so maybe that's supposed to be us? I figure that was the mom. Let's see something. Could be. We kind of have some similar hair. I mean, our hair is like, looks neon fucking red in the little card, but the hairstyle is very similar, so that could be us. That could be us. Because I'm like, this wasn't us. I'm captivated by the sight of the person standing on the right of this seemingly happy family. The girl holding the puppy. Is that me? Aha, there you go. Ow! When I try to weave a path through my memory, I'm struck by a sharp pain in my temple, like I've been hit with an arrow. What's going on? My head hurts. I feel like I'm losing my mind. There's like no good places to stop in this. Something's flowing into me. I'm scared. Sis, you're already up. You never get up early on your days off. Today's special. Someone really dear to me is coming to visit. Somebody dear to you? Ooh, you got a boyfriend? No, but it is somebody incredibly important. What does that mean? I don't get it. Now, Haruka. Don't bother... Oh, father. Oh, sorry, I didn't see father up there. Now, Haruka. Don't bother your big sister so much. The bus will be here soon. But I want to know. Make sure you have all your things. Are you going to be back late today? No, I'll make sure not to get back too late. I'll be home by this evening. I see. I'm making that omurice for the 2 of you love so much for dinner. So make sure you come hungry. Thanks, Dad. And we'll take a nice walk later, too, won't we, Koro? Koro. Aw. Bye! And then we get on a bus and we died. Ugh. Was that my family? My father, my little sister Haruka, and Koro. That's right. I lived in that house. Ugh. What is this? Yamato? Ow! I felt like my head was gonna crack open. Karasuba, everybody... When I look up, I realize that something is wrong with everyone. They're all clutching at their heads bent over, like they're trying to put themselves back together. Did all of you remember something? Yeah, you did too? Yes, I remembered a little about my family. It might be more accurate to say I was forced to remember, actually. Damn it! Makes me sick! Yamato, you mean you'd rather not have gotten your memory back? No! Makes me sick that the boss of this damn house knows who we are and can just screw around with our memories as he pleases. Who the hell does he think he is? Yamato, calm down. I know how you feel, but... It's like Karasuba said earlier. Our memories and freedom are being held for ransom. It makes me feel helpless, but even more than that, I want to go home. I want to get out of this manor. There are people waiting for me. I have a home I need to go back to. Like I said in the beginning, we don't belong here. It's all right. If we help each other, we can escape, I'm certain. For now, we just need to gather the shards. We'll figure out the details as we go along. Yeah, we got this. Trying to motivate myself, I raise my voice. At that moment, I also notice that the loudest among us is uncharacteristically silent. Oh, we're gonna find out if something's wrong. There's no good places to stop this. Like, there really isn't. So we had our little memory. We'll find out what's wrong with Karasuba in the next part, because we're over time. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.